Thank you for being on this video with me. My name is Rodney Constable. I am the president and founder of Simple Market Signals at simplemarketsignals.com. Simple Market Signals helps you understand the level of risk in the stock market through our proprietary market risk signals that are emailed to you every weekend as part of our weekly stock market-based newsletter, all for less than $20 per month. Today we will be doing technical analysis on the S&P 500 for Friday, April 17th, 2020. And for this analysis, we will be using stockcharts.com. That is the charting service that I use and pay for, and I will leave a link to their site in the description box below this video. Today we were up 2.68% on the S&P 500 and closed at 2874.56. What we're looking at here is a 2-month chart of the S&P 500. Each candlestick represents 1 day of trading. And what we can see here is today we had the highest close we've had in the S&P 500 since March 10th. So that is definitely good news from a momentum standpoint. And on this trend line that we have been working off of for the last week or so, we can definitely see that the uptrend is still intact. So from a technical standpoint, the market is definitely looking better. However, it does appear that the market is definitely divorced itself from reality, from fundamentals, and the market is trading up on less bad news and hope. So let's be careful here. The double line here, and we'll see it on a longer term chart, it'll be a little bit easier to see, but the double lines here are at 28.45 and 28.55, which there's been a lot of overhead resistance at this level. So it'll be interesting to see now that we've closed about the same level we did back on March 10th. We'll have to see if this continues going forward. So it's definitely been an interesting market to analyze, I'll tell you that. This is a 1-day chart of the S&P 500. This is just today, so each candlestick represents 1 minute of trading. And what we can see here is this huge push we had after 2:30 in the afternoon. That is almost 1.4% that we moved up in the last hour and a half of trading. So after 2:30, we had a 1.4% move to the upside in the S&P 500. That right there shows you just how crazy these markets are acting. Now we're looking at a 3.5-year chart of the S&P 500. Each candlestick represents 1 week of trading, and we can see here on these longer-term trend lines what's going on. So where we're at now, again, it's the highest close we've had for quite a while, but we can see here this is about where we closed in January of 2018. So even at these levels, which definitely feel better for sure than where we were at not too long ago, we've still lost over 2 years of activity in the S&P 500 at this level, and you can see that the market failed at this level back in January of 18, and you can see back in September of 18 the markets failed at a level just slightly higher than this. And again, right around that same level here, about 29.50, we kept running into resistance, and that happened again back in April of 2019. So we're getting to an interesting level here, and the question will be, can the market keep pricing in hope and optimism and assume that the only thing that is ailing the markets is the coronavirus, which it is not. So for right now, the market is definitely moving up on the hope of more stimulus from the Fed, less bad news about the coronavirus, but guys, there is so much uncertainty here. If you are trading this market, if you are long this market, be careful and be quick to cut any losses and take profits if this market moves against you, which I think is almost inevitable at some point in the future. These are some of the craziest markets that I've ever been a part of, and I've been at this a long time. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and please give me a thumbs up on this video. But before you leave, let me tell you a little bit more about Simple Market Signals and how this can really help you as an investor or trader. As part of the Simple Market Signals model, there are 2 powerful indicators. There's a risk-based indicator and a trend indicator. As a subscriber to Simple Market Signals, you will receive information on what the risk level is in the overall stock market, as well as what the trend direction is in the overall stock market. So this really, really helps. The way we disseminate the signals to our subscribers is via our weekly emailed newsletter. So within the newsletter, every weekend, you will receive the proprietary risk level signal on the overall U.S. stock market. You will also receive the proprietary risk level signal on all 11 major sectors of the S&P 500. You will also receive the early bird indicator, the trend direction signal on the overall U.S. stock market. You will have market and sector performance information on multiple time frames. You'll get market commentary and a weekly recap of what happened in the market. You'll have technical analysis information, fundamental analysis information, and yield curve information. There is a ton of information in this newsletter every weekend. And a subscription to Simple Market Signals is just $19.95 per month. That's less than 67 cents a day. It's billed monthly on your credit card. There's no contracts. You can cancel anytime, and your first 2 weeks are free. Now let's recap what you get with your subscription to Simple Market Signals. You get the weekly emailed newsletter with all of the contents we just talked about. You will also receive special midweek updates when warranted. So if there is a major signal change or direction change, we're not going to wait until the weekend to get that information to you. We will send out a special midweek update when necessary to keep you up to date as to what's going on within the model. And the best fit for a subscriber for Simple Market Signals is somebody that has at least a 6 to 8 week time frame or longer. So if you're a long-term investor, you're going to love this. If you have at least a 6 to 8 week time frame that you focus on with your trading and investing, you're going to love this. If you're an ultra short-term 1 or 2 day trader, kind of a day trader, or somebody that trades within a week, Simple Market Signals might help you a little bit. But the reality is, the people that are going to benefit the most from a subscription to Simple Market Signals are those people that have at least a 6 to 8 week plus time frame that they're focusing on. And if you want even more information on Simple Market Signals and some of the strategies that you can use on the various signals, this is a very in-depth video that I will have linked in the description box below this video, along with a bunch of other videos that you may want to explore if you need additional information on Simple Market Signals before you subscribe. Also, keep in mind that due to international compliance regulations, you must be at least 18 years old and a citizen of the United States of America who is currently living in the U.S. in order to subscribe to Simple Market Signals. And again, that is just due to international compliance regulations. And to subscribe to Simple Market Signals, all you have to do is go out to the website that you see here, https://simplemarketsignals.com. It'll take you about 4 minutes to subscribe. It's that simple.